Who will be a leader? Who will be a legend? Mark Rogers TV on the nation's second best conference, the Big Ten. We start with the contenders at Michigan. What a revival in Ann Arbor under Brady Hoke. The Wolverines 15-22 in Rich Rodriguez 3 seasons. Hoke goes 11-2. They win the Sugar Bowl. Of course, it all revolves around Denard Robinson on offense. 3,400 yards combined, rushing and passing, 36 touchdowns. But this guy's got to take care of the football. 15 picks. He's never going to be a great elite passer, but he's got to improve on the mechanics, especially on the run. Roy Roundtree, his best wide receiver's gone. That's a concern, as well as Mike Martin in the middle on defense. Michigan goes 6-2 in the Big Ten, 9-3 overall. The Wolverines a top 15 team. More on Michigan football if you check out my Michigan college football preview on Mark Rogers TV, shot just about a week ago. We move on to Nebraska and another dual threat at quarterback. Taylor Martinez, 1,000 rushing, 9 touchdowns, 56% passing through the air. And if Denard Robinson's mechanics are bad, Taylor Martinez are horrible. He's worked on them in the offseason. We'll see how it plays out on the field. Rex Burkhead, he's a workhorse, 1,400 yards, 15 TDs on the ground. Not a special back, not elite speed, but a tough, smart runner. Baker Steinkuhler leads the defense. This is not a black shirt Nebraska defense. It's not a great defense, maybe not even a good defense. 91st in takeaways. They lose their 3 best defenders, including Levante David. This guy was one of the great playmakers in college football on the defensive side of the ball. He's gone. Nebraska loses 4 or 5 games. They got Southern Miss and UCLA on the non-conference slate. Now we move on to Michigan State. What a job Mark D'Antonio has done in East Lansing. The Spartans take another step each year, but these last few steps are going to be mighty tough to the Rose Bowl and a possible BCS National Championship game. We've got a defense that is by far, no doubt, the best in the Big Ten. Johnny Adams at corner is an elite corner, one of the best in the nation. He's alongside Isaiah Lewis, a safety, one of the great players in the Big Ten. William Golston up front. William Golston had 5 sacks, 11 tackles for losses. Not eye-popping stats, but they expect him to explode in 2012. And the linebackers are great with Chris Norman and Max Bulla. Denikos Allen, 11 sacks as a linebacker. Michigan State loaded on defense. They lose something on offense, of course, with their leader, Kirk Cousins, off to the Washington Redskins. B.J. Cunningham, their top threat on the outside, gone as well. But I tell you, Andrew Maxwell, we expect him to be a steady quarterback in East Lansing and do the things that he needs to do to support the defense. Tony Lippett takes over at wide receiver as the number 1 option. Michigan State could take some time to gel on offense. So upset alert in week 1 with Boise State coming in. But Michigan State's going to be fine. They go 6-2 and they go 11-2 overall. On to the other division with Ohio State. Braxton Miller at quarterback, only 4 picks as a freshman. Yeah, he was scattershot at 50%, but he's getting much better. He is going to be a superstar. The big concerns for the Buckeyes, they need a playmaker on offense, and the running game needs more than Carlos Hyde. He's a grinder. The defense is definitely going to be good, could be great, with Jonathan Hankins, the huge monster up front, John Simon at linebacker, Roby and Barnett in the secondary. The Buckeyes are going to make a strong bid for best team in the division, even though they're ineligible for postseason play. Check out our Ohio State video as we previewed the Buckeyes a few weeks ago. Ditto Wisconsin. We've got a big blowout preview on Wisconsin that we shot a few weeks ago here on Mark Rogers TV. But this is what you need to know about the Badgers. Danny O'Brien, quarterback transfer from Maryland. He will never be Russell Wilson, who threw 33 TDs last year with only 4 picks. But Danny O'Brien's got to be the quarterback who won ACC Freshman of the Year with 22 TDs and 8 picks. Not the guy we saw at Maryland last year with the Terps, 7 TDs, 10 picks. Of course, the supporting cast much better in Madison. Danny O'Brien leads the offense. Monte Ball, Heisman candidate, and the linebackers are great at Wisconsin. The Badgers go 11-1, 7-1 in the Big Ten. Everybody's sleepers, my sleeper, Purdue. The Boilers are coming of age, and they're really fast on defense, led by one of the best in the country, Kawan Short, at defensive end. Caleb Turbush at quarterback. He's got to stay healthy. We hope he does. Finally, 13 TDs, 6 picks for him. Purdue could cause a lot of trouble for the contenders in the Big Ten. They go 5-3. Purdue goes 8-4 overall. Let's run down the scheduling quirks here with the Big Ten, because in this conference, unfortunately, it's not so much who plays, it's who doesn't play. So what we've got here is Wisconsin and Michigan don't play. Purdue doesn't have to face Nebraska or Michigan State. And Iowa, we did not talk about the Hawkeyes, but Iowa does not have to play Wisconsin or Ohio State. Kirk Ferentz could play catch-up at Iowa and possibly cause some problems for the big boys in the Big Ten. Kirk Ferentz has done it before in Iowa City. The Big Ten championship game, again, will be Michigan State and Wisconsin. This time, Sparty wins it over Wisconsin, and Michigan State moves on to the Rose Bowl. And if they catch a break or two, maybe bigger things for Michigan State. We need to hear from you, Big Ten fans, about the Big Ten football race this fall and college football in general here on Mark Rogers TV.